Hi, my name is Tim Lerch, and today I'm going to be presenting a Ted Greene arrangement of The Man I Love for tedgreene.com. The video and the pages that go along with it that I'm reading from right now will be released for the October newsletter of tedgreene.com. And the link to the pages, which is very important that you get these pages to follow along. The link will be in the description, and you can get them and see what I'm doing here. This arrangement was written by Ted in 1974, so it's quite an early one. In fact, the way he wrote the grids with the X's hadn't been quite completely refined yet, and so Paul Vachon, who's very instrumental in making a lot of things happen at tedgreene.com, went ahead and wrote it up in notation and made new grids that are easier to read that demonstrate where to put your fingers for these sounds. I'm going to go through this and talk about some of the things that Ted pointed out right off the bat, because we're in, oh, by the way, I should say I'm tuned down a half step. So my guitar is tuned down entirely. Every string is tuned down 1/2 step to E flat standard, something Ted did quite frequently, and I like to do it as well. You can either tune your guitar down and join us in this sort of lovely resonance of that tuning, or you can read it all, just move everything down a half step, and all the chord voicings can be played. There aren't any that don't allow you to play because it goes below the nut or something. Anyway, we start with in E flat. A couple of little fingering issues. The chord that's written is this. All right, and I don't like doing that. So I just go ahead and play the regular E flat bar chord like you might play in a rock and roll song, and I just don't pluck that string. I just find that it's more comfortable for me to do that. And then we change to 1 minor. Parallel minor key, as Ted pointed out. And then we go to 5 minor in first inversion. That's a B flat minor chord with D flat in the bass. And you're starting to see that the D flat then comes to become C. And then A flat minor with B in the bass, or C flat in the bass. And then B flat 7. He calls it B flat 7/6. We normally would, these days I think everybody calls it B flat 13. But either way, Ted was very meticulous about those kinds of things. and then a little turnaround that says 1, 4, and this chord here, A flat major 7, it's one of a voicing that Ted called V5 because it's 1 and 5, then 3 and 7. So you have to spread your right hand open so that you can get the bottom 2, skip the D string, and then go for this 3rd and 2nd string. And then right back to a 5-string voicing of G minor 7. It's written G minor, should be G minor 7. And then F minor 9 and B flat 13 or 7/6. On this B flat 7/6, you can also maybe play, move the 9 in a very nice way. We've got time to do it. And then back to the top. You make it minor, B flat minor, C7, sharp 5. And the second ending, or this, any kind of E flat with E flat in the melody. I prefer E flat 6. A big spread F7, another V5, F minor 7. First inversion E1 chord, and then a 2/5 of 6, which is where the bridge is. And then we have lovely kind of mysterioso business there. Natural 6 on the 1 chord, and then I play D7 with a 6 on top. He's got a fingering that I just don't feel comfortable with. It's this with a spread in the right hand, and oops, down here 2 on the bottom, 3 on top. And I just always play D13 like this, so I just grab it that way and leave some of the notes out and get the sound, and then an inversion, a G7 and an inversion of G7, back to the 1 chord of the bridge, which is 6. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And then another spread chord. That's goes with that line. Tuesday will be my good news day. Such a lovely song. And then back to the top. Again. And then he also says at the top, use broken chords technique to fill in. And I've been doing that, but I'll sort of do the last 8 like that so you can really hear it. Then a 1 chord of some kind, 4 minor, which is also 2 minor 7 flat 5. He didn't say what chords to play there, so we can make up our own deal. Now, Ted didn't want us to play this stuff like classical music, in that he didn't write these chord grids so that they would be interpreted very, very strictly. They were open to interpretation. If you find that there's a chord or some chords in here that you find difficult and they're going to be the thing that keeps you from being able to get it, make something else. There's a lot of different ways to get the melodies to harmonize, and if you get the gist of it, you'll be okay. The voice leading in this particular arrangement is nice, but it's not terribly precious. So feel free to make it work for yourself. Okay, now there's one little thing I'd like to address. In the original piano music, which you should listen to because it's lovely, Ted sure did. He loved Gershwin. There's this little chromatic line between each chord. So it might say, chromatically descending line, 4 notes chromatically from B flat on the between the E and the E flat minor, A between the E flat minor and the B flat minor, and then A flat and the next one, G the next one, and G flat the next one. Now, because I like contrary motion, this is something that I kind of brought to the table here. I like that sound. So I go down on the top and up in the bottom. So what's happening is the voices are going from the fifth of the chord down to the third of the chord of the minor chord. So we land on the third of the flat third of the minor chord, and then going up to land on the flat 7 of the same chord. It's kind of a lovely thing, and it works to the third of the first chord, and then to the fifth of the next chord, then to the third of the next, to the C7, and then, A flat to the fifth of that one, and then to the third of the final chord. Might sound something like this. It's a little tricky. I have to do it slower, but I really love the sound of it, so I'm going to keep working on it to get it to where I like it. Oh, sorry. Now you can continue from there. Just a little idea, to see we can stretch ourselves a little bit. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening. Go to tedgreene.com, support the website, download the pages, go to the forums and chat with a lot of really wonderful people over there who are very knowledgeable. And thank you to all the people who make tedgreene.com happen. It's a great resource. Ted was a wonderful teacher and a wonderful man, and there's the website is kind of a celebration of his legacy, and that's very rich and really full of great stuff. You could spend your lifetime swimming around over in there. All right, take care.